Congratulations on Woodstockers. What a fantastic throwback movie. And Stephen, hi again.
Howdy again.
We talked a few days, less than a month ago.
I think
Uh,
so.
Corbin,
Yeah.
we've talked over the years, but you co-wrote this script. Where did the
Right.
idea come from?
Oh, well, first of all, I just really want to make it clear. This is a pilot for a TV series. It's not a movie. People, because it's 48 minutes, I think there's some assumption it's a film. It is an independent pilot for a TV series of which we're trying to move up the ladder in the independent market, if you will. And that entails a lot of things that aren't important here. The idea came from having moved up into the Hudson Valley, living near Woodstock, being um, inspired by the Woodstock movement when I was a kid, even though I was a few years younger. It was the music, the vibe, the look, the clothes, the culture that I leaned toward. When I moved up here, I saw a bunch of people that looked like they went to Woodstock and never left, and still trying to live some sort of an ideal of those, 1969 ideals. And their lives, some of them working out and some not working out. And the world not really working out with peace, love, and music will save the day. So,
And and working with your son, Oliver, has got to be a joy because you've done it a few times.
well, the reason this happened was because I was working on a film that Oliver directed called Bagworm.
Mhm.
And I'd written the script. Everybody loved the script for Woodstockers. And I just said, you know what? I'm tired of trying to shop it around and do the thing. There's this whole world of indie TV today. Oliver, can you get this group of people together and let's go shoot the thing? I'll fund it. We'll shoot it and we'll get it at least to the next level. And that's what we're doing. It's just pushing it up the hill. But I was thrilled Oliver came in and gave it a whole look, feel that what you see now is not what the script necessarily was, but what he brought to it.
And I totally agree, Oliver. What a great director you are becoming because
Oh, thank
it
you.
isn't easy to capture the feeling of the 60s, and the colors and the way the camera is positioned. You've done a great job in bringing back memories.
Thanks, Tony. Yeah, I think that was like the important part, like especially about even Woodstock as a place. It's a lot of it is just about the feeling and I think for even a TV show like, you look back at like Cheers or Seinfeld or things like that, or, it's all about like the place, the world that they create and an audience wanting to go back to that world and visit. And the richer and the more kind of realized it is, the better chance it has is of having a life outside of the television and in perpetuity. So yeah, that was definitely like the goal with this to capture that world and that feeling.
But it's given us a reality to it as well because to a lot of people, Woodstock is like Narnia. They never,
Hmm.
it's like this imaginary thing.
Yeah.
And Stephen, wow, what a great character you have. I mean, he's kind of the conscience of the whole movie, of the whole
Good for
TV
you. You
series.
got that. You're the first guy
I
to use that word. Go
Thank
ahead.
you.
that's very good. Now Corbin never said he wanted me to be the conscience. He just said he wanted to kill me off as quickly as possible, and he did that. But in the world of Woodstock, being dead really doesn't work against you. You could come back as anyone or anything because it's all about remembering. I just ran across this one thing. I wasn't going to say anything about this because it's very kind of religious, but in the book of Genesis, one of the major qualities they assign to God is that God remembers.
Hmm.
And so, there is an elevated level to the things happening in Woodstockers, and the people feel like they haven't lost their life yet because they still remember the times they used to have.
Yeah.
It's fun. I loved it when I saw it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Outside of the film, Corbin, did you have a working relationship or a relationship with Stephen? Did you guys know each other?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Stephen and I go back to a one of the my favorite failed project that ever happened called a whole new ball game. It failed, and it was the most wonderful thing that should have been on for 10 years. Um, and then over the course of we just remained friends, and I did a couple of little indie films that he had played in. I just adore, well, I can say it to you here. I just, Stephen brings such a human smile to things. And I'm just very fortunate that we've remained friends, that he's always kind of jumped in and said, yes. There's times where I go like, Stephen won't want to do this. But he's jumped in, and I hope this is the reward for, many years of a dedicated friendship. And it'd be nice that we did something that actually works together and people get to see. So.
Mhm.
Oliver, in doing this pilot, did you seek out other people that had been to Woodstock and chat with them about the vibe of the place?
No, not really. I mean, Corb lives up there pretty close to Woodstock, so I think that, he has some good experience going there, understanding it. We did, however, cast a good kind of core group of locals, like in that if you the coffee shop scene, a lot of those guys and his friends are people that actually live up and around there and have lived there for really many decades now. So I think that just having being able to talk to those guys informed a lot. And sometimes it's not so much about like having people that you talk to. It's just you kind of walk around and get a feeling for the place, and you can do a lot with your eyes and your own ears.
Wow. And Stephen, as people discover Woodstockers, what do you think the takeaway will be?
I think there's going to be two takeaways. The people who remember Woodstock are going to have a certain kind of smile on their face, and that's the smile of recognition. And the people who don't know Woodstock are going to have discovery, which is a whole other smile on their face. It's really about enduring friendships and enduring beyond all reason.
Robin Williams said, if you remember the 60s, you weren't there. Uh,
I just actually wrote something to that, Tony, that I was just literally for somebody wanting me to write a thing about where my life is right now. And one of the things that I think I knew it when I was writing it, but it certainly was a reflection of me, is that we have a great line in there that one of my favorite lines is the Dalai Lama quote of, all things are exactly as they're meant to be. And, there's a certain reckoning at this period of life. Now younger people might look at it as a cautionary tale, and older people go, well, sure, that makes sense. But you got to take it, you got to sort of do an accounting of your life, and you're sleeping in the bed that you made. And once you take ownership of that, you can forgive yourself, you can have gratitude for things, you can have some remorse for things, but you kind of take ownership of you've made this life. Don't pin it on anybody else, don't blame anybody. This is your life, no pun intended.
yeah.
And now you're free to make what more of it you want to do. The cautionary tale is for a younger person like Oliver. For that, is go, be careful of the bed that you're making, because it's all going to have, whether it's you smoke cigarettes, do drugs, party, don't learn, don't educate yourself. Those are all going to be, you're going to find the result of those in your later years. And guaranteed, nobody escapes that. Nobody escapes it. But this reckoning period, and I hope people see that aspect of it, because that's really when I'm reflecting why I did this. Yeah, sure, the people, that was all cool and everything. But there's a life thing that's really kind of a through line. And even as I start mapping out second, third, fourth episodes next season, it all is about this reckoning.
And Oliver, I'm going to give you the last word. What do
Yes,
you
sir.
think? What's the takeaway from the series?
Oh man, the takeaway from the series, treat people kindly and make intentional decisions, I think.
There you go.
Okay.
Guys, thank you so much for your time. Wow, congratulations.
Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Tony.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.